the latest Porsche Cayenne. Okay, so I know what you're thinking, it's a big, ugly, gas-guzzling lump driven by footballers' wives. Historically, you may have had a point, but this is the first Cayenne with a diesel engine. In fact, it's the first ever diesel Porsche. And that makes it something a little bit special. The huge selling Cayenne has kept Porsche in Weissbier since its launch in 2003. And the Germans have always argued that it really is a proper Porsche because it's sporty and fast and has big, powerful petrol engines. But not anymore. Just a few years ago, the boss of Porsche promised never to build a diesel car. But, like it or not, this has a 3-litre TDI engine which returns a very sensible 30 mpg. Okay, so that's not going to save any polar bears, but it's an improvement when you consider that the petrol models struggle to top 20. What hasn't improved much is the styling. The Cayenne is still an ugly brute, but that hasn't stopped it selling like hotcakes before now, so who are we to argue? The latest model gets a more aggressive nose and lights, but Porsche has been careful not to give this diesel the go-faster looks of the top-end petrol turbos. Let's be honest though, most of the Cayenne's appeal comes from its prestigious badge. That gleaming Porsche moniker is more than capable of tempting SUV buyers away from the BMW X5 or the Range Rover Sport. On a track like this, it's hard to believe that this is a 2-ton SUV. It drives like a fast saloon, the bulky dimensions seem to shrink around you. And straight line performance isn't bad either. The diesel engine's got enough to get us from 0 to 62 miles an hour in 8 seconds, and there's plenty of urge for quick overtakes as well. In an effort to make it more performance orientated, Porsche has provided 3 chassis settings: Comfort, Normal and Sport. We also have this big Sport button which immediately puts the Cayenne into its hardest mode and means that we can do this. That's not really what this Cayenne is about though. It's smooth, quiet, relatively economical, and although it handles well, it's just about the most sensible Porsche we've ever driven. One of the Cayenne's biggest pros is its spacious interior. There's plenty of room in here for a family and their luggage, and with better fuel economy and lower CO2 emissions, it's easier to justify as a family car. We're not completely enamoured with this satellite navigation system though, all these fiddly Tiptronic gear shift buttons, and Porsche's option list is very expensive. Plus, because it's a Porsche, it's got a firm, sporty ride and some will prefer smoother rivals. Still, overall, this is a very compelling package. So, the Cayenne comes with the usual large SUV stigma attached, but get over that and this is a fine family car. It won't cost the earth to run and it offers keen drivers a bit of fun should they find themselves on the right road. Personally, I'd have a Range Rover Sport, but if you can afford it, the Cayenne comes highly recommended.